And then I contacted Umbra because I was going to Toronto to visit my family. And I thought, maybe they'll work with me. And I met Paul Rowan and Les Mandelbaum, the owners. They were very nice and gave me a brief. And the brief was to design some waste paper baskets. So I went back to New York, drew hundreds of waste paper baskets, made models, and sent them all the stuff. They got back to me and they liked 3 or 4 of them. I went up to Toronto, we made models of them. And then they decided to show 3 of the models in a houseware show in Chicago. So I flew to Chicago with them. They put them in a back room to only show their big clients, the big box stores like Bed Bath Beyond or Staples, these kind of, and they would go in and they kind of looked at them and said, we're going to release this next year. But before, they wanted to get a feedback because the tooling to make a can like that, which a lot of people don't know, is maybe $100,000. So before they want to invest, they want to get like a sense of. Anyway, the can Garbo that I designed was basically vetoed by all the buyers. None of them thought. And Les Mandelbaum was sitting in the booth in Chicago and he turned to me and goes, I don't know, they just don't. They think it's too wild or too progressive or something. I'm like, it's just a garbage can, come on. You know what I mean? It's like a big vase. It can be anything, right? Yeah. And this was smart, it was priced well, the material was gonna be right on, everything was like really figured out. I made the handles so you wouldn't touch the garbage with your hand. I made the round bottom inside so the coffee wouldn't get caught in the, or liquids wouldn't get caught. And Les just turned to me and said, you know what, I have confidence in that can, we're going to do it anyway. In fact, I just told him this story, I saw him 2 weeks ago, and he forgot this story. Basically, this is, companies who have done radical things in this world, they do it on intuition, not on focus groups, marketing and all this. And I'm up against this perpetually with every company I work for. So much like decision making, but that's what's nice about working with startups or small companies. The boss, and this is going back to Italian design, all those companies are just owned by a couple, and they make the decisions, and that's why we see things go to market that are interesting. Anyway, and that's how I started with Umbra. That was about 1993, 94. Can came out in 95 on the market. I remember being so proud, like walking to Bed Bath Beyond and seeing the window of the garbage cans. I was like, wow. I felt like I finally did something, I was now 35, finally.